Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about a house overview on day 3 fragrances. Let me tell you, way overdue. I have fallen in love with this perfume house. They are a new house, a new indie house. I think they started in 2022 or 2023. And let me tell you, they have hit the ground running. They have already won perfume awards and they have loads. I finally have every single one of their perfumes in my collection. And I'm really, really thrilled to bring you the house overview. It's been highly requested by several of you. Before I forget, when the house did find out that I was going to be doing this overview, they so kindly offered a 15% discount on all of the perfumes. I'm not affiliated at all and will get no kickback, but I thought it was nice that they offered that to my subscribers. And I think there are so many perfumes in this line that there's something for everybody in here, really. There are perfumes that are perfect for the spring, for the summer, for the fall, for the winter. There are year-round and very unisex fragrances for something for everybody. And I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start with the first one that I ever tried. And it's called Downtown Deja Vu. And this is when I was kind of collecting fragrances that had a cotton candy accord. And I think I actually looked up fragrances with a cotton candy accord and I came across this one. I'd never heard of the house before. And I think I ordered a full bottle or the Discovery set. I can't remember. Another great thing, they have this beautiful Discovery set. I smelled this fragrance and then ordered a bottle right away. And this is just a super, super fun fragrance. It's a very nostalgic fragrance and it was meant to conjure up scents from the 90s, walking around the mall in the 90s. You guys remember that? I do. That was the thing. And all the smells from walking around the mall are in here. So it's sweet, it's fruity, it's musky. You know, there's cotton candy in here because you're going to pass by a candy shop in the mall always. It has like linen in here for all the t-shirt shops that were around. It has leather, you know, for the Wilson's leather, that stores that were everywhere. I can't tell you how many leather jackets I bought from that place, and I'm really, really sad. I think they went bankrupt. But anyways, a little bit of leather in here. It's very, very sweet. Well, let me take that back. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet because it's balanced by some other notes. So yes, it's a little bit fruity for the smoothie shops that you're definitely going to get your smoothie because you needed your energy walking around the mall. So fruity from the smoothie shops, cotton candy from the candy stores, leather from the leather goods store, linen from all the t-shirt shops. It's just a really fun, fruity, musky, sweet perfume with a little hint of those stronger notes, linen and just a splash of leather. Really, really fun fragrance, and started off with the first one I ever tried, Downtown Deja Vu. So the next one, I still have the original bottle. I think they've gone through at least 2 or 3 bottle changes. This is the original bottle. This is Silent Rescue, and of course I wanted to try this because I'm an incense lover, and this is an incense scent. It is a woody, citrusy incense with a splash of black tea. So it's a really, really very interesting take on an incense. So I do get like a lemony citrus, black tea in the beginning, and some cedar, some woody notes. It does, I would say it leans a hair on the masculine side. And then the incense comes out. It's definitely there. It's definitely presence, but it's not overly smoky. This is not a smoky incense. It's more on the cold side. A cold, non-smoky, woody incense with a little bit of a citrusy black tea. So one of the very few incense fragrances that could be worn year-round, particularly if it wasn't super hot, because it is a cold incense, because it has some refreshing notes, and I really, really enjoy it. And even though I have a zillion incense perfumes, I don't have anything like this one. Okay, so the next one I have is Philosophia, which in Spanish means philosophy. And this is a, beautiful, spicy, ambery fragrance with a splash of some warm notes. It has a little bit of chocolate, has a little bit of tobacco, some spices. It's nutty. It has a nice ambery vanilla to it. Definitely one that reads colder weather. I've worn this 2 or 3 times in the past 2 or 3 weeks. This one and Ambar Dominicano have been getting a lot of wear time of late. So lots of cardamom, lots of nice spices. I want to say, I don't know if this has cinnamon in it, but it definitely has cardamom, especially in the opening. Then the chocolate comes in. Then you get a little bit of the woody notes, the resins. And I do get like a sweet pipe tobacco without the cherry. So think of a pipe tobacco. I always think of cherry when I think of pipe tobacco. Remove the cherry. So a pipe tobacco. So let's say you take your pipe with your pipe tobacco and you dip it in like a spicy chocolate. And then you add a little bit of nuts. I don't know, maybe hazelnuts to the mix. All on a bed of a nice resinous ambery vanilla. Very, very beautiful and perfect for the colder months. Okay, the next one is actually, can you believe they've only been around, I think, for 2 years? And they've already won awards at the Art and Olfactive Awards. And their award winner in 2023 is La Tacita de Café, which means little cup of coffee. Oh my gosh, look at that sprayer. Wow, it's a perfect pressurized atomizer. Really nice bottles. Heavy cap with the name on it. I do love it. The co-founders of this perfume, they're a husband and wife team, I believe. The wife, her mother, loves coffee. They created this beautiful coffee-based scent, thinking about the mom, and they handed that perfume or the perfume sample to the mom, and she smelled it and she said, oh, this is wonderful. This smells like a little cup of coffee, like I'm drinking coffee with a good friend. And that is definitely what it is. It is a coffee. It is a beautiful, spicy, coffee-based fragrance. And I don't like all coffee scents, but this one is really done to perfection. And I can see why they won an award. So it is coffee, but it's not too forward. There are other notes in here that really share the stage with the coffee note. You know, there's spices, there's a little bit of cacao, brown sugar, some rum, a little bit of booziness, a little splash of caramel sweetness. And I think the base is cedar. So a beautiful, warm, rich little cup of coffee with a little bit of a woody base, perfectly unisex. And I really do think they nailed this point of view. It has a little bit of rose. I get a little bit of rose as it starts to dry down. And so the rose notes and the cedar balance out the gourmand notes. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful creation. And I can see why they won an award for, I think the award was Best Handmade Perfume. Okay, so the next one is Ambar Dominicano. I showed this in my most recent video, my niche picks for fall, and this is a Dominican take on an amber perfume. So it's very ambery, but it has a little bit of a Dominican flair, and that flair is from like a rum-based spirit that apparently everybody in the Dominican Republic has called Mama Juana. So every household in the Dominican has Mama Juana, and it's a very spicy liqueur. It has a little bit of a, I want to say it has a Coca-Cola note, so it does have a little bit of a cola vibe, but it's ambery and spicy. I get a little bit of cardamom. I definitely get cinnamon. Maybe it has nutmeg in here. Very warm, very rich without being overly sweet. A splash of cinnamon. Again, you have the rum in here and a beautiful, very unisex take on an amber perfume. I did wear this to work, and one of my coworkers said, it smells really good in here. It's very pleasant. It's a very pleasant smell. When I told them the perfume I was wearing, they said, it's very pleasant. I really like it a lot. So a beautiful Dominican take on an amber perfume for my amber lovers out there. Okay, so the next perfume up is called Bani, and this is their mango-based fragrance, and this one got a lot of wear time from me over the summer. And Bani is named after a town in the Dominican Republic known for their mangoes. So the mangoes that were used to create this or craft this perfume, the inspiration were the mangoes from Bani, and man, this is so good. So if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is one that is perfect for the weather that you are going to be having in the next several months. It is just the most photorealistic mango, and this is a mango that is on the green side. So it's very, very fresh, very green, very leafy, very musky, very fresh. Oh my gosh. It is really for, if you love a fresh scent, if you love a really nicely done, fresh, slightly green mango without tons of ambroxan and a really nice fuzzy, clean, watery musk. This one is so delicious. And let me tell you, the performance is absolutely phenomenal. This one will last all day long. So definitely one of my very favorite mango fragrances. The next one is called Del Mar, another one that's really good if you live in hot weather where it's hot all the time, really nice for summer, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, is called Del Mar. And this is a beautiful coconutty floral perfume with some, background oceanic or aquatic notes. It has, it's got that lime coconut opening, very, very similar to Virgin Island water, except this one isn't as lime forward. It has a little bit more of that creamy coconut. And it has this really lovely, very light jasmine. Jasmine can be hit or miss. So it has a very, very light, subtle touch of florals that really just kind of completes the scent. Instead of it being that same old just coconut lime, almost like a cocktail. This has a lot more depth, a lot more dimension. I want to say this has sea notes or watery notes. So it really does have a refreshing, aquatic tone to it without having that, seaweed thing. Such a terrific, summer vacation scent. And I believe this scent was actually created after the founders took a vacation to Del Mar, California. And they just wanted to put that little vacation in a bottle. And I think they did just a beautiful vacation in a bottle. And again, it does remind me of Virgin Island water, that type of a vibe. But I like this one way, way better. And it has better lasting power and it's way more affordable. All right, I think I'm down to my final two. The second to last one is called Say Less. And this is their iris-centered or aura-centered fragrance. And let me get a little spritz here. Again, the sprayers on these bottles are amazing. So yeah, a very, so a cool and earthy take on an iris. So an iris or an orris can smell very differently. It can smell like makeup powder. It can smell lipsticky. It can smell a little bit vegetal. This one, the iris in here smells a little bit more vegetal, almost like a carrot. I wonder if carrot seeds are in here. And a little bit lipsticky. So a little bit more of that earthy flair, very citrusy at the top, very fresh, almost cold, almost like a cold, refreshing, earthy, slightly vegetal, lipsticky take on an iris. Has a wonderful musk and a little bit, I think a little bit of amber in the dry down. So if you are an iris lover, this is definitely one you want to get your nose on, try, because it's a very lovely and interesting take on an iris perfume. And the last one, I think, is their newest release, Escandalo. This one completed my set, and I do believe this came out in 2024. So this is another kind of a nice citrusy, fruity perfume. Lots of, so this is a guava-centered fragrance. So this is guava, lime, very tropical. And it has a salty, beachy musk in here. Little bit of florals. It's very fresh. There's something very zippy about it. The lime and, oh, that's right, it has ginger. So we have guava, lime, ginger. And I do get something salty, like a salty musk, a salty oceanic musk without the seaweed. A little bit herbal. Light, clean, tropical, fresh. Another one that I definitely would be wearing in the summer months if it was summer here. And I want to say, I think this is the one perfume that has oud in here. This oud, I get no oud. I do get salty. I get a salty musk and something woody in the dry down, but I don't get oud at all. So that was it, my quick overview of this amazing house called Day 3 Fragrances. I highly, highly, highly recommend checking out their brand. I'm telling you that I think there's something for everybody in here because they really cover everything. They have florals, they have ambers, they have gourmands, they have freshies. They have citrusy and, you know, kind of oceanic, tropical ones in their collection. Oh yeah, and an incense. So definitely something for everyone and something for all seasons. And one of the many things I love about this brand is they have these amazing discovery sets, and I think you can pick and choose what is in your discovery set, so you can always try before you buy. And like I said at the beginning of the video, when they found out I was going to be doing this house overview, they wanted to tell me how to pronounce things, and then they kindly offered my subscribers or whoever wants to purchase any of the fragrances 15% off. Again, I'm not affiliated and there's no kickback. They're just offering that out of the kindness of their heart, and I really do think that you should give them a try. Thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody who requested this video. I had a great time covering this really lovely indie house, and the people that are behind this fragrance house really seem like wonderful people, and I love to support and bring light to indie houses such as theirs. So again, if you like my content and if you got something out of this overview, I would love a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out the brand. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. If you have another house overview you want me to tackle, let me know in the comments below.